At 9:01, I'm going to go ahead and call the meeting to order. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Next is approval of today's agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve today's agenda.
I will second. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
We need to remove a couple items.
Oh, exactly. Okay, so
You want to go back to amending your?
yes, I'll amend
Okay.
my motion.
I got BJ. You tried calling it for him.
Oh.
Silent. Morning. I got you on speakerphone. Sorry, I had to turn on silence.
Okay, so I will amend my motion to state that I will approve the agenda with the removal of the consideration to approve resolution 2024-32 for the road vacation, and also for consideration to approve the quitclaim deed for 180th Street.
And then are you removing the 145 public hearing?
We are canceling the 145 meeting or public hearing on the road vacation. Canceling that.
Is there a second on that amendment?
Today's amendment to the motion.
So it's been moved and seconded to for an amendment to remove the consideration of resolution 2024-32 road vacate county road and consideration approved quitclaim deeds for 180th Street and the 145 meeting of the public hearing. Is there any discussion on the amendment? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Now the motion to approve the agenda with the added amendment. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of the minutes of 9/18/2024.
Lance, I make a motion to approve the minutes from September 18th, 2024 as presented.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is approval of claims for payment of 9/25/2024.
I will make a motion to approve the claims for payment for 9/25/2024.
I'll second that motion, Lance.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve the motion to bring the resignation of the employment release agreement between Hardin County, Iowa, and the environmental health specialist and zoning administrator for the county from the table.
I would make that motion.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve the resignation of the employment release agreement between Hardin County and Iowa and the environmental health specialist zoning administrator for the county.
I will make a motion. I'll make a motion to approve the resignation of the employment and release agreement between Hardin County and environmental health specialist and zoning administrator for Hardin County.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? The dates have changed. Everything just got moved back a week. So where it says November 1st is now November 8th, where it said November 18th is now, or September 18th is now September 25th.
Correct.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve open records request from Hardin County. Request form, excuse me.
This is a form, the form. Yeah.
Lance, I'd make a motion to approve the open records request form for Hardin County.
And I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve the cost proposal from Clifton Larson Allen LLC to prepare Hardin County capital asset records.
I will make a motion to approve the cost proposal from Clifton Larson Allen LLC to prepare the Hardin County capital assets record.
I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. The next two were removed. Now we are consideration to approve resolution 2024-33 authorizing Hardin County's submittal of an application for funding for the FRT to the DOT for fundraising of Iowa River's Edge Trail. Deb?
Yep, this is another grant application for a federal rec trail grant. So the request for this would be funds to develop the trail from Eldora to Gifford. Same project that we're currently working on outside the larger project, which is also a federal application, but not to confuse people, that would go from Eldora to Marshalltown. So anyway, so this is just for the smaller segment. And the application is due October 1. So we're working on the draft application currently and budget. There is no requirement for matching funds from Hardin County on this. Those have already been acquired with our past fundraising and grant applications that we are able to use to apply, if that makes sense.
And my other question I always ask, is it restricting the bicycles and walking only?
No.
Okay.
What does it allow?
It would allow everything. It's what the bike trail, it's what the bike trail allows on it. Their committee. But no, it's off-road transportation.
Okay, I will make a motion to approve resolution 2024-33, authorizing Hardin County submittal of an application for funding from the federal rec trails to the DOT for funding of the Iowa River's Edge Trail.
I will second that, Lance.
Been moving seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Roll call.
Oops, I'm sorry. Roll call.
BJ,
Aye.
Renee,
Aye.
Lance.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is consideration to approve the auditor's office to raise the credit limit on the county attorney's credit card.
Lance, I'll make a motion instructing the auditor's office to raise the credit limit on the county attorney's credit card to $5,000.
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I can offer an explanation for the
The
request.
reason?
We had a trial last week. We had to bring a couple witnesses in from out of state. We had to fly them in and put them up in a hotel, and they had no transportation, so we had to provide transportation to and from court for them. Because we couldn't pick a jury on the day the trial was supposed to start because not enough folks showed up for jury selection, we had to rebook their flight home and put them up in a hotel one extra night, and we'd already hit our limit with everything else. So I had to take on my own personal credit card, and that was probably one of the claims that was on there. So I thought to avoid that happening in the future, we just need witnesses to get here for cases like that. So I didn't want to run into that situation again.
Makes total sense.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is consideration to acknowledge the appointment of compensation board members. Michelle, you had one favorable, correct? Yeah. Corey has
Wendy Bradley.
Wendy Bradley, Jolene, Dave Sweeney. Daryl hasn't had his yet. Dave? Jack Miller. Okay. So I think that was everybody.
Yep. Got the emails. So I will make a motion to acknowledge the appointment of the compensation board members. We need to list the names for the
Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Wendy Bradley for the county recorder. Dave Sweeney for the county auditor. Jack Miller for the county sheriff. And Dave Rubo for the county treasurer.
I will second that.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? It would follow their term lasts as long as it used to last. Their termination would be the same termination dates. I believe it follows the elected official.
Yes, their terms, yes.
Any other discussion? Hearing none other, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. Next is change of status. We don't have any. And other business.
Have no other business?
None, Lance.
Joey?
We are, and we've got it on Facebook, we've got it on our website, Monday, Chandra and Melissa, they're actually having an in-person passport certification in Boone. So I'm sending both those gals because they can get everything done, testing and all, and be done. So we'll be short-staffed on Monday. So we're not doing any passports on Monday. I can hand out paperwork for it, and then we'll be closed. The office will be closed from around 11:30 to 12:30 for lunch.
Yeah. Michelle?
September is coming to an end, so if you want to pay your taxes without interest, just have it paid by September 30th or postmarked.
Okay. Girl? Deb? All right. Public comments. Brian?
Good morning. My name is Brianne Butler. I apologize. I have kind of an end of the season cold here. I'm the chair of the Hardin County Board of Health. And if you are not aware, the Board of Health is made up of volunteers that are appointed by the Hardin County Board of Supervisors. The Iowa legislature has given boards of health the specific power to employ persons as necessary for the efficient discharge of its duties per Iowa Code chapter. At our last meeting, the Board of Health meeting on September 12th, the Board of Health was shocked and disappointed to learn that the Board of Supervisors had made decisions about the environmental health position in our county without bringing it to the attention of the Board of Health. Specifically, decisions I'm referring to are related to the release agreement from Jessica Sheridan as the Hardin County Environmental Health Specialist. The delegation of authority over the environmental health position has had a history of being complex in Hardin County. At different times, the Board of Health and the Board of Supervisors actively work together to come up with solutions. These solutions included agreements and contracts to assure environmental health services were provided to Hardin County residents at a time when it was difficult finding qualified applicants to fill the position. Nevertheless, the two boards work together to meet the needs of the county. With that being said, on September 12th, at the Board of Health meeting, we learned that we had not been informed about conversations related to the release agreement from Jessica Sheridan. The Board of Health have been very pleased with the performance of Jessica, with fulfilling the obligations assigned to the County Board of Health within contracts with the state, as well as obligations set forth by Iowa Code. As a board appointed by the Board of Supervisors, we have always wanted a working relationship that includes open communication and planning for the future of environmental health services in our county. The Board of Health does not want to disrupt activities that will negatively impact our property owners or local contractors. We want to move forward with the Board of Supervisors and the county attorney to resolve the confusion involved with the oversight of the environmental health position. We look forward to the cooperation of the Board of Supervisors as well as the guidance of the county attorney as we look to clearly identify the level of oversight for the environmental health position at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comments?
No.
I can ask for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that, Lance.
Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Motion carries. We're adjourned.